Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. Okay, you guys, I got 4 project shares to show you. Spent the day gluing, so these first 2 are for my niece's 2 sons. This one is for Asher, and it is a polar bear theme. So they're both very similar, almost identical actually in the layouts. I mean, the fillers are a little bit different layout, but generally speaking, they look the same. But I'll show you both. So this one is for Asher. So we've got buttons, got polar bear, the tree, the seal, igloo, another tree, and a penguin. And I deliberately cut them out larger, and I did them on, these 3 are on light blue pearl, and then these 3 are on navy pearl. And then I added white. Originally it was white mica powder along the bottom to indicate snow, but it really wasn't showing up very well, so I went back over it with some white pearl paint. And then the 2 stamped tiles that I did on white glitter clay, and then I colored in with mica powders. I used white for the bears, a lighter blue for the sky, a darker blue for the water. Okay, then I've got 4 on white glitter of these bear paw prints. I have 3 snowflakes. I have a snowflake stamp that I did on Robin's Egg Blue Sculpey Souffle. I really like to use the souffle for things that I want to be trimming down because it does cut very well after baking. I also used a new color called Glacier Souffle, and I did a texture on it that it's actually like a wood grain tree bark texture, but I thought it kind of looked like when you're looking at like the side of a iceberg. And so I rubbed white mica powders over the top. And I have a few pieces of that tucked in here. I have 3 just regular tiles, a navy, a light, and a white. And then a couple of a navy blue swirl pattern that I rubbed with mica powders. I've got some of these hand painted. And then 2 of these that are, it's just like stars on silver leafing. Then I've got some blue glitter for filler and some blue bling for filler. And then I decided to go ahead and do a frame around the edge. I don't do it on all of them, but on this one it worked. And so I did 4 white gemstones in the corners and then did strips of the blue around. Okay, so that's the one for Asher. And then, as I said, for his brother, Aquila, it's pretty much the same thing, but I'll let you guys get a look at both of them. So that's how those came out. And then these are just like hanging chalkboards. I used to get them at Walmart in their craft section, but they don't really have them anymore. So I've been ordering them off of Amazon in bulk. So they come with like a rawhide string through the holes, and I cut the rawhide string off. Like here's a piece of it. It's like this kind of string. And if it works with the mosaic, I'll leave it on there, but if it doesn't, I take it off because I have black cord that I will string through and tie a knot in the back, and then put a little dot of glue on it just to make sure it doesn't come untied so that it can be hung from the wall. So those are the 2 polar bear mosaics. And then this next one is my other niece, my first niece's sister, just had a baby girl, and Sorry, I'm trying to get fingerprints off the mirror. I have to do a little bit better job, but it gives you the idea. Her name is Aurora. I don't know how well this is gonna... It is really hard to film mirror tiles, you guys. I mean, you're gonna pretty much see my camera reflecting in there. And I don't know why the light is on. Why is the light on? Let's turn that off. There we go. Sorry about that. So I did her name with gold stickers on a mirror tile. And her nursery is, it's like pink and sage green, but it's kind of like a boho celestial sky kind of theme. So, all right, so the first thing I did was stamp out these 3 images. I've got a crescent moon, a sun, and then like a kind of like a galaxy with some planets and stuff. And I did those 3 on a new clay color that is called Champagne Pearl. So it's kind of got a pinkish tint to it. I hear one of my boys griping, you guys, so I'm sorry if that picks up on the camera. And then I did a little like cloud with rainbows on the French pink Sculpey Souffle. And then down here it says, reach for the moon and you'll land among the stars. And then this one says, the stars exist that we might know how high our dreams can soar. And so I have those 3 here and then these 3 here. Okay. Then I did 4 constellation stamps with the gold ink on, I can't remember what color it was. I want to say Wisteria. It might be Gentle Plum. But it's kind of a bluish purple because she didn't want blue. I was going to do navy blue with the gold glitter, but she didn't want blue. So I did kind of a bluish purple on that. And then I also used the same color for my charms. I've got a couple of planets, a shooting star, a cloud, and a crescent moon. I did bake up some buttons, but I ended up not using them on this. I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. So I chose to leave the buttons out. I have another 2 mirror tiles here that have just like a planet sticker on them. And originally I had a green planet sticker, but it was just kind of, no pun intended, sticking out like a sore thumb. So I changed it for a kind of a pinkish purple for those 2. Okay. Then I've got some more of my hand painted that I just did pink and green with gold for the lines. Got 4 of those. I did a couple of glass cabochons with scrapbook paper underneath. And I've showed that in previous videos where you just put a little bit of glossy accents down on the paper and then you put the cabochon down, let the glue dry, and then you cut around it. And you kind of create your own tiles that way. So I did 4 of those. I have a few iridescent pink stained glass pieces in here. And 4, okay. I did a texture on, I kind of created my own sage green clay color because I didn't really have a clay color that was sage green. So I took like Spanish olive green and then mint green, and I like mixed them together, and it kind of gave me kind of a sage green color. So, and then I did my favorite circle spiral texture stamp, and then I rubbed it with gold mica powders. So I have a few pieces of that in here for filler. I also did some leafing. This is a rose gold color of leafing, and I just did kind of a star texture pattern on it, and I've got it cut down and tucked into a few places. I still had some gaps and I wasn't sure what to do, and I went and dug through my stash of already made tiles, and I found 4 of these on a different color pink. I think this is the Princess Pearl, and it's also kind of a wavy swirly pattern rubbed with pink gold mica powders. And those were already made and in my stash, so I tucked a few pieces of that in. And then I did a few pink glitter tiles. And I did some bling. And some smaller bling. These are some just beads that, the way I do that is I put the glossy accents in there and I get a bunch of beads on a straight pin, and then it makes it easier to like get them placed. So I've got some there. Those are the only 3 places I have it. On here, and here, and here, to fill in the gaps. And I ended up not doing a border around this one because I just didn't have room once all the tiles were on here. You can see it goes almost all the way to the edge. So probably going to use a gold ribbon for the tie on this. So that is for my great niece Aurora, whom I've not met yet, but I'll get to meet her when I go to deliver this. And then I have one more. I got 4 glued today, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. And we are back to the pink, purple, and teal dog and cat. For my niece Scylla. And so she wanted mostly teal, some pink, a little bit of purple. So I think it kind of worked out well. Okay, so the focal tile in the center says "You are positively awesome," and then I added strips of paw print, and this is on a purple, I think it's royalty souffle clay. And I also did the word love with the paw print for the O. I did XOXO down here with the 2 paw prints. This one over here says I love cats, and this one over here says I love dogs. I did have the words meow and woof stamped out, but it was too much purple and I didn't need them. So okay, so buttons. Originally I had cat and dog buttons embedded as well, but it was too many buttons, so I cut it down. So I've got on teal pearl clay a mouse toy, a bottle of milk, and a fishbone to represent cat. And then for the dog, I've got bone, doghouse, and a little newspaper, and it says doggy news on it. And then the cat and dog stamps, she had a Rottweiler that passed away. She's got currently a German Shepherd and another dog that very much resembles this one, so I used those. And then she's had 2 cats, one that passed away, one that went missing, and then one that still is in the home. So right now she's got 2 dogs and a cat, but she wanted all 6 represented. So this was the way I chose to do it. I went through a couple of different attempts before I finally decided to just do silhouette and keep it silver instead of painting around the stamps, because it just made it way too colorful. Okay. All right, so then on white glitter clay, I've got cat items stamped in pink. So we've got a cat tree, a food dish, a brush, a cat bed, a ball of yarn. Yep, that's it. And then for dog on teal, or with teal ink, got a collar, a leash, a frisbee, a ball, and a rope toy. Okay. I did on black Primo clay with a cat paw print stencil that I did with pink, purple, and teal mica powders. And that was cut down to fill in a few little spots. I've got some pink tiles with a heart texture, rubbed with white mica powders. Okay. Got some of my geometric with just pink and teal. I have 3 paw print charms on silver glitter clay, or silver glitter tiles rather. Originally they were going to be pink, purple, and teal, but again, too colorful, so I went with black. Okay. I do have some pink leafing in here that has a paw print impression on it. These were already in my stash, kind of a teal colored clay, rubbed with teal mica powder. Cut down. Also in my stash was another, this was done with a stencil that's like an animal print. I think it's like a leopard print or something like that. But I did it with paint. And these were in my stash from a long time ago. But, I mean, they matched dang near perfect. So, I mean, why not, right? So, I've got a few pieces of that tucked in here. Something different to look at. Okay. I've got some teal bling, some pink bling that's a smaller size, and then these were stickers that I added to the edges to fill in those gaps. And the reason I didn't go all the way to the bottom was because since I wasn't going all the way to the top because of the holes, I left that same amount of space down here. So that is the dog and cat mosaic for my niece Scylla. So those are the 4 that I got done. And I think that's all I'm going to get done today. We're not even going to talk about the current state of my craft room because it's an absolute disaster. And I know you guys would love to see me like do a cleanup, but that's just not my thing, you guys. I mean, I'll show it when it's cleaned up, but I mean, I might do a this is how it looks when it's a mess video. We'll see. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is I am going to be doing a purge of clear stamp sets. And I'm also going to be purging some of my clay stash. Because while I don't mind the Sculpey 3, and it does work well for a set tile that, you know, you cut it and you bake it and it's good, it just really can't be trimmed. And I'm so much a person where I want to trim down stuff that it doesn't work so well for me. And because I have so many colors of clay and it's kind of overwhelming, and then also I'm currently having to shell out about $400 a month for my cat Garfield, for medicated food because he is not doing well health-wise. So I think I'm going to sell some of my clay stash and some of my clear stamps. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you want first dibs? And I will ship. You know, we'll have to figure out like pricing on how much it would cost to ship. But I am willing to ship it. And then, like, do you want me to sit down and do a video where I flip through all of the clear stamp sets that I'm purging? And, you know, are you guys interested in that? Is anybody looking for clear stamp sets? I do have some wood-mounted stamps as well, or bricks of Sculpey 3 clay. So if there's anybody interested in those, let me know. and we'll go from there. But before I like do a local sale here and then put it out on like Facebook, I thought I would give you guys first dibs. Still gathering it all up and getting it all together, but let me know in the comments if anyone's interested. Oh, and I forgot to mention on this one that I did do little glass triangle tiles that I had in teal in the 4 corners, because to fill that little nook. Okay, anyway, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go down and get me something to eat. Gotta head to bed here pretty soon. Back to work tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed my project share here, and let me know if you guys are interested in the Sculpey 3 clay or the clear stamp sets. All right, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.